Now, my next guest started his hashtag Caring for Girls campaign back in 2012. Its aim has always been to educate, provide menstrual hygiene products to those in need, and to lead government policy and advocacy on such matters. Imbumba Foundation founder and CEO Richard Mabaso joins us now live this lunchtime to explain how the COVID-19 pandemic has affected his philanthropic efforts. Richard, thank you very much for your time. Your initiative touches on two rights which are enshrined in our Bill of Rights, being Human Rights Day that's being commemorated in the country now, the right to dignity and the right to education. Is that what inspired you when you started this journey in 2012? Richard, can you hear me, Richard?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Okay.
I can hear you well.
You didn't hear my question, obviously.
No, I didn't. I was still...
Apologies. Okay. I was saying, in the introduction, we're speaking about your efforts since 2012. And I said, your hashtag Caring for Girls strikes two rights. And being Human Rights Weekend that we are commemorating in the country, we thought we can talk to you because your efforts talk about the girls' rights to dignity and right to education, so they don't miss school days. And those two rights are enshrined in our Constitution. Is that what inspired you, spurred you on, way back in 2012, to take on this initiative?
Thank you, Braden, and good afternoon to the viewers. It's unbelievable that it's almost 10 years later, and when I look back, it started with a story of my very own niece, who, when she started her periods, she didn't know what was happening in her body, but secondly, she didn't have a pack of sanitary pad. And the worst experience was that as an uncle who was there in the midst of the situation, I was not empowered myself. So in 2012, I started this initiative as a personal story to say, I want to help as many young girls who, like my niece, would have nobody to talk to when that time of the year or of their life comes. And later on, as I started digging deeper into the problem, I found out that, as you were saying, not only that it's enshrined in the Constitution, but also the Bill of Rights spells it out clearly that the right to dignity, it's something that every person in South Africa must enjoy and they must experience fully.
Now, the 10 years have come and gone. Are you achieving? Is South Africa responding in making sure that the right to dignity of schoolgirls is protected?
We are truly grateful, Braden. We know that it will never be enough, but we are truly grateful that since 2012, our vision has always been to create an ecosystem whereby we are saying that girls' access to adequate sanitary protection or to dignity must not only mean that they have access to a sanitary pad, but they must also have access to sanitation, where they have clean water and also they have proper and clean toilets to change their sanitary pads, and of which at this time in 2021 in South Africa, we still have a lot of schools that do not have adequate facilities for these young girls. But we are truly grateful that corporates and various organizations such as the Nelson Mandela Foundation, who has been working with us tirelessly since 2012, as well as the likes of Old Mutual Foundation. And most recently, we got quite a number of interest from the likes of Big Save stores, as well as Westpac, who are saying to create sustainability, let's go beyond just looking at government making a provision. Let's go and see what we as corporates and civil society can do. So yes, we are getting the support, but we continue to call for collaboration. Like I said, that it's not about just having access to one packet of sanitary pad, but it's about the whole ecosystem to say when the girl child has access to education and has access to an environment where she can be taught what happens post high school. And it was last year that we worked with the likes of Old Mutual Foundation through the Vision 2020 program, whereby we've assisted more than 10,000 learners to apply for post high school institutions such as TVET colleges as well as universities.
Now, Richard,
so I think the journey is far from
Richard,
over.
Sorry to cut you in there because of time. You mentioned Nelson Mandela Foundation. There's a Trek for Mandela initiative. We are in the midst of coronavirus pandemic. How is the pandemic, very briefly, impacting on your efforts? And are you able to carry out like your Trek for Mandela Kilimanjaro initiative this year?
Unfortunately, we are unable to carry out our expedition as planned. But what I can tell you, Braden, is that not only that the team that we were hoping to take to Kilimanjaro last year has kept their faith and they've been training. This year, we're having more entries. I think currently we are sitting at more than 35 people who will be joining us next weekend on the Drakensberg as we prepare for our next Trek for Mandela expedition, which, by the way, we have no idea when it will happen, but we love the fact that the people are committed and they are seeing this as an opportunity to not give up now, but also to continue to use the training expeditions as an opportunity to inspire the nation to say, let us continue to dream, let us continue to believe that there will be a light at the end of the tunnel.
Thank you very much, Richard Mabaso, the CEO and founder of Imbumba Foundation.